change of plans. We're going to dinner. We're going to get some oysters, so let's head out. I know at the end of the last video we said we were going to the carousel bar, but unfortunately it was too packed, so we had to just move on, and we're just going to put that in a later vlog. Now we think we're on our way to go eat some oysters.
How much have you had to drink?
Not enough.
Now we're heading out on the town in search of the world famous charbroiled oysters from New Orleans. This place was highly rated on Google.
I can let him order this, and I can do $7, and I'll be super full. We are the last table at this restaurant tonight because I called. They said be here by 9. We got here at like 8:57. We're the last table.
Okay, so this restaurant, we're famous with all kinds of oysters. You can get like variety over oyster platter. It's called the Gallier special. Local people, they call it Gallier. But us here, we call it Gallier. So you have 3 of each of the oysters. 3 raw oysters fresh up from the bar, and we have 3 different kind of charbroiled oysters. All of them are charbroiled with panko crumbs, parmesan, and garlic butter on it. And we have the Creole oysters with southern style chili pepper sauce. It's got a little kick on it. And then the Rockefeller, we put a cream spinach with diced shrimps on it, and it's already served with garlic bread.
So it'll be 3 raw, 3 charbroiled, 3 Rockefeller, and 3 Creole oysters. I don't want to get into all of what just happened, but let's just say we're not eating at the Oyster Place after we waited 45 minutes to eat there. And then when we finally got a place to sit down, things happened and we're no longer there. So we're going to move on, try to find somewhere else to eat. Long story short, let's just say that once we got seated, Melissa and the bartender had a little spat back and forth, and she's not the one to spat with. So it was time for us to move along. Instead of oysters, we got hookah. It doesn't hit like tobacco. Like, I quit smoking like 3 years ago, so this is actually pretty good.
Tastes like steamed meat.
So we went back to Google and found a high-ranking Greek restaurant that also happened to be a hookah bar. Though this Greek restaurant was a little bit expensive, but the food was really good.
Hot. They have yellow rice.
So what did you think?
The food's really good. I've never had warm grape leaves, but they're all gone. Delicious. I'm taking this to go because of time. We are not the same.
Can't forget that one. That bottle might have a little something extra in it. Then we walked out to some kind of bike parade with all these neon lights. Food went awry. We finally got it, and now what are we doing?
We are on the vampire, ghost, and cemetery tour.
Let's get to that.
Over headstone.
Oh, so like anything that would be on the ground in your typical, like...
Well, it's not going to be real thick. It's just going to be a piece of marble like that.
Okay.
These are marble and granite.
Gotcha.
1889 through
60.
1997.
Oh, where do you see that at?
Over here.
Wow. There's a lot of people buried in this. So in New Orleans, because it is below sea level, they cannot bury their dead in the ground, or either they'll come back to visit every so often when it floods. And that is why a lot of families share the same tomb.
I don't want to think of a cemetery being cold, but this is really cool.
Well, even back in the day, like cemeteries were meant for you to go like have a picnic with your family, even where we were from, sit down and spend time with your loved ones.
This is really cool.
What are you doing?
Opening a grave. This one. Caca! That's our call to go.
Oh. Now we're heading over to the Katrina Memorial, where we're going trying to talk with the dead.
They don't know about the muggles.
Let's go find us a ghost.
You guys ever played with these?
Divining rods.
Divining rods, witching sticks. This is a way for us to have a conversation with the dead person here in New Orleans. This would be yes or no questions. It cannot be questions like what's your mama's name. Cross for yes, open for no.
Do you enjoy being in a memorial? Is that a double no? Gonna go with that's a no. Are you afraid of the living?
That's going to be a no. After trying to speak with the dead at the Katrina Memorial, we head back to the French Quarter area, and this will bring our first full day in New Orleans to an end. So what did y'all think about the graveyard tours?
Sucked.
I loved it. I mean, it wasn't what I expected, but I did like what I learned.
I wanted more scary.
Bleep!
That's tomorrow.
Oh, is it?
Oh, we're going to the ward?
What?
Make sure you hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. That way there you can keep up with the rest of our New Orleans series.